Hello, hello, hello. How y'all doing tonight? Even though I just see one person in here, but I'm gonna speak anytime I see the one person come in here. Hey, Kajaria. Hey, girl, how you doing? I was just looking at you just a few minutes ago. Don't ask me how. Oh my goodness. I would say I'll call you tonight, but I ain't gonna call you tonight, girl. Not tonight. Hey Phoenix, how you doing today? How are you today? I done been doing all kinds of things and I call myself was trying to make a short of some of the things. Hey sister. I call myself was trying to make a short of some of the things that I was doing today. Yeah. Yeah, I know it's that. Um but we'll talk. If call me in the morning. Call me in the morning, girl. um but out um today I was gonna share with y'all what I had going on today. And I did something and I pushed some wrong buttons or something, whatever. I've had too much going on today. So all I see was that little spinning circle. I love you more. I just kept seeing the little spinning circle and it wouldn't do it what I do because YouTube got this new thing going on where you can make 3 minute shorts now or whatever. And hey Terrence, how you doing? Good to see you. Thank you for always coming through. Yes, thank you very good. I do Phoenix. Really? Child, you should have just seen me just a few minutes ago. Like my hair was flying, my hair was flying everywhere, and then I just took and just braided it down. It ain't even like in no particular thing or whatever. Thank you very much, Terrence. I'm learning to just accept people's compliments. And I was trying to tell you the other day that one day you had, and I'm talking to it's a Terrence kind of thing. One day you had gave me a compliment. And oh my God, the compliment had me in all kinds of different ways. And my sister was talking to me and telling me that I need to learn how to just say thank you for when people said, if you go back, Terrence, in my videos, go look up under my name and find there is a video with your name in the title and just listen to all of the turmoil that I was going through just to accept the compliment that you had gave to me. And then you will you will see what I'm talking about. And I was like, I don't even think he know that I did it. But yeah, there he is. And I thank you for that. Anyways, but thank you, thank you, thank you. Okay, now what I was saying was I tried to make a video earlier today telling y'all, showing y'all what I did today because I built some things today, using that free wood that I had got. And I was talking about in the video, I was gonna talk about is that even when you get things, just look it up now. I'm telling you guys, it's been a minute back, so go back and look. But there is a video on here that has your name is in the title of the video. So shout out to you. um but I was using that wood that I had gotten for free. And I was just thinking along the lines of when you get something for free, is it necessarily free? Thank you very much. Is it necessarily free? Because the way I looked at it today is like if you get something for free, you've either already gone through something for it, or you've already you had to do something to get it, or in some kind of way you've already paid for it. Um Before you got it or after you get it or whatever, but it requires some work. So what I was looking at was I told y'all about that and those of y'all who trying to save your coins and keep your money in your pocket, I don't mind doing going somewhere on a construction site where they done throwed a whole bunch of construction stuff in the site, especially when they dealing with the wood parts or whatever, and go and get that wood right on from out of the construction garbage cans and everything. They may have a couple of nails or something in it, but that's what I was talking about in the video. The wood was free and everything, but sometimes there has to be um you have to do a little work to be able to use it, but you save money um by doing it that way. Hauled it and lifted any of that, you're doing some work for it. So it ain't necessarily free. It's like when they say faith without no work. You gotta have faith, but you gotta do a little work to go that goes with it. Thank you very much. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I appreciate you for that. I really do. um, hey, I didn't get a notification, but here I am. See, TT, that was nothing but the good old Lord that went on ahead and sent you on over here, girl. That's scrolling through. I don't know why. You would think if you got 16,000 subscribers, you would be able to see something. And unfortunately, it doesn't work like that. Like you would think that your notifications and stuff go out, but they really don't. Hey, Silky Black, how are you doing today? I hope you in the best of spirits that you can be at this time. Terrence, you showing out now. I really, really appreciate it. Thank you so much for showing the love that you showing me, showing your girl over here. I really do appreciate it. You was watching a movie. What movie you was watching, TT? Because I be looking for some good old movies now. Let me tell y'all about one of my movies that I watched on Netflix. Something said, pick up the phone. I'm trying to keep up with this. Always love your energy. Thank you so much. Thank you, thank you. I'll be trying to keep. This is a lot of times why I don't like to come on here a lot of the times, because sometimes my energy is not the best. I'm not feeling the best. So I try not, when I come on here, as I don't I like to uplift people and stuff like that, but sometimes I ain't up. So how do you uplift somebody when you down? And so, and two, is like sometimes I feel like I be on a limb by myself with the stuff that I'll go through, but I find out as soon as I open my mouth and start talking to somebody, I always find out, girl, you ain't out here alone. It's a whole bunch of people going through the same thing that you're going through. A whole bunch of people. And so, um, I be like that. Okay, then I'm glad you're doing good, Silky Black. I'm glad you're doing, especially under the circumstances. Y'all keep Silky Black in your prayers. Um, the fire inside. Okay, I got my little handy dandy notebook and everything right on here. Let me see. See my good old handy dandy book that I got as a gift. This my my journal. Let me get me a little piece of paper from out of here, and it say the fire inside. Did you say it is the fire inside? What is that on? Cause I be looking for me a good old movie, and I'm gonna share with y'all the one carry on. I seen the commercial for that so many times, but it's like I'm looking at it and I was like, I ain't gonna watch that. I ain't gonna watch that. But I seen the commercial for Carry On, because on that is like somebody was trying to make him accept somebody let somebody take something through the the check-in thing or whatever. And he knew something was wrong with the situation. So I seen that. I think I'm gonna go ahead and hit it. And Terrence, I be thinking that nobody wants to Nobody don't want to see you when you be down and out or whatever. But sometimes I have to come over here on here and do it anyways because that's the only time that I come on here and I'm just able to talk it out and say it in front of people. And then it's like, and when I do come on here, I always feel like amazing after I do it. So you are absolutely right. Um, and people say that all the time. I'm an incredible storyteller. I guess it's a God-given gift. Thank you. um, yes. Hey mom. But let me tell y'all one movie that I seen. It's called It Ends With Us. I think that's the right name for it. Um It Ends With Us. It ends with us. If you all haven't seen it, it's a little bit about this girl starts dating this nice looking guy or whatever. And he start doing things to her and then pretends as if he ain't the one that did it, like somebody else. uh he starts saying it's her fault and stuff like that. I've been in situations like that where somebody says that um you're doing the right things, but they trying to tell you. So you seen it? Oh yeah, I it's like, oh my gosh, like when just for instance, like she went down a flight of stairs and he made her believe she just fell down the stairs. So kind of along in those lines. I don't really want to give the movie away for y'all, but let me tell you something. I be looking for some good movies to watch at nighttime, and I've been going back and forth on different things. I'm not too familiar with Hulu. We have Hulu, but it don't never dawn on me to go and hit the Hulu app or whatever. Um yes, the gaslighting. I've been here. I've been on this camera and told y'all about the gaslighting and stuff like that before. But so I know that all too well. But one of the things that I wanted to come on and hit on, and then I always be talking about something. I'm gonna be on here for like 30 minutes or whatever, and then I'm gonna run, and then we gonna end up talking about something else. So if y'all got any questions or anything, or I expect to keep this conversation going, I'm already like, let me find a movie and let me watch a movie. It's raining over here too, so like when the rain be hitting on top of this tin roof or whatever, it'd be like, the eyes start to get heavy and everything. I ain't even sure that I'll be able to finish watching a movie. Be able to finish watching a movie or anything right now. It's just like I feel like soon as I hit the lights and turn the TV on to start watching, then I'll be like, ooh, you girl, I'm getting sleepy. But I think one of the things that I had touched on yesterday was when let's just say, okay, so I have in my life that even though all of the things in my life, I did talk to y'all yesterday about this. I'm trying to remember what, because sometimes I can be on the phone talking to somebody or whatever, but it wasn't on the phone. I was on the phone, but I was on the phone with y'all. But I talked about um yes, that's the name of it, Phoenix. Thank you again. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. God bless you tenfold back. Everything that you give over here, from the heart and everything, I ask God to give it back to you 10 times what you gave it to me. I really appreciate that. Um, but what I talked about to you all yesterday was that there were, even though all of the situations and stuff that I went through with my mom, um there was like this connection that I had to her. Like one of the things that I told you all about was um I felt like she didn't get married, so I wasn't going to be able to get married. different things like that right there. And I felt like that's the way my life was going to go. Um, but I can remember this one night. It was like, even though all of those things happened, it was like I was so connected to her in other ways. And I'm gonna say this. It's just like this one night I was working, and at towards the end of her life, she came to my job, and she used to come and spend the weekends with me, every weekend. And hi, Trikel. Thank you for joining us. She used to come and spend the weekends with me every weekend for like the last 6 months of her life. Every weekend she came here to Orlando and stayed the weekend with us. Um and just on this particular day, um it was something on the inside of me that I knew that this was going to be the last time. And I wouldn't say it was the last time. I knew it was coming to an end, because this goodbye, or this was like a sadness that I just couldn't get rid of. And it was just like, it was so overwhelming that I literally had to call home to my husband and say to my husband, it's like, I need to I need to leave work. I don't want to be here anymore. I don't even know if I want to work at this place anymore. I just need to leave. And he just said, well, then leave. Like, leave, go. So when I left there and I went home, he was like, well, what's going on? I just kept saying to him over and over again. But I felt like if I spoke the words, that I was going to make them true. So I didn't speak the exact words to him, what I was feeling, but I said something along the lines of, there is something wrong with my mom. Hey, entrepreneur, there's something wrong with my mom. Okay, I see you don't put Shamika in there. So okay, then I got you. Um, Silky Black, yes, I'm not trying to touch you in that place, because I understand what you are going through, but this is something that definitely hit my spirit today, and I knew that I was gonna say this. So I still love you, and you still in my prayers, and I would not be offended if you left and and came back. God knows my prayers going out to you. Um But I just didn't want to say the words to my husband. Um, and I said to him, I say, there's something wrong. I say, I don't know what it is, but something was wrong. And everything inside of me was scared to say what it was and what I knew was coming, but I was too afraid to say it. And I'll probably say about a week later, it actually happened. Um, and I just thought about that. She and what actually happened, so I don't leave it open ended, is she did end up passing away. But that thing put something on the inside of me that that was not true. So there was a thing that started happening to me, is that I believed everything that happened in my mom's life. It was like, yeah, she's my mom. Um, she gave birth to me and everything, but I am not my mother. I am my own individual person. And just because it happened to her doesn't mean that it was going to happen to me. And that's one of the things that I had to let go. And what made me know that I was going to speak about this today, because I went and watched another young lady today, and I'm not going to say her name at this moment, but I went and watched another young lady today, and as she was talking, I just kept looking at her. And I always tell y'all, when I can see somebody else, and it's almost like I can feel what it is that they're feeling. Um and I can just hear her talking, and she was doing that same thing that I would be doing when I told y'all the story about somebody putting roots on me before. I'm sitting in front of somebody and I'm kind of laughing about it, but I'm dead serious about what I'm saying. But I'm laughing about it because I don't want to feel crazy. And so I felt like, as this young lady was talking, she's laughing, but I can feel on the inside, I can feel, because I've been in that place before. Um, she has told some stories before about some things that's going on with her mama, and I know that the place she in right now is because she's feeling like her mom is her and she is her mom. And so what begins to happen is you start to feel all of these different things of, okay, say if you seen one time, like maybe she was having shortness of breath or something, then you start to feel those things and everything. Well, I'm not here to dig too far into that, but I can almost guarantee you there is somebody that's here listening to that and going through the same exact thing, because you have connected yourself so much to that. And I'm just here to say, you are not that person. That person is not you. Yes, you have a connection, but you are who you are. And now, I don't know if that part right there is going to um free you, cuz I'm just the messenger. But it is to start you onto another journey, cuz I can't tell you, it's times I've been sitting in a room and I felt that, and I've been shamed to say it even to my family members that was sitting right there next to me. But let me tell you what happened. When I opened up my mouth and I said to somebody, my mom passed away when she was 42 years old, I know it's going to happen to me. I know it's going to happen to me. And so I was scared, 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 scared. Just cried and cried and cried and cried and cried about it. Well, I didn't know how I was going to fix it and how I was going to get away from it. No, none of that stuff. Um, so I braced myself for when I turned 42, that I know this is going to be the day. I just knew it. But if it's of any testimony to anybody, I can tell you that this is 6 years later and I'm still here. I'm still here. I'm just saying, I just want to say this part as an encouragement that um you are your own individual self. You're responsible for your own individual self. Um I don't know how many different ways that I can say it. Just know that just because that's the life they live does not mean you have to live the same exact thing. Okay? So I'm going to leave that part alone because I don't want that to be anything of sadness, that's actually basically giving you a release that that's not your life. That's not your life. And I even told y'all that I feel it even solidified it even more because I told you all me and my mom got in a fist fight before. Um so and with the Bible saying, um, children honor thy mother and thy father, so that your days may be long. I was for surely doomed. But I never knew anything about parents do not anger your children. Um, I never knew about that part. So, um, I just want to say to somebody, you are your own individual person. God is holding you responsible for your own life and not your parents' life. Just because you're a part of them doesn't mean the same thing is going to happen to you. You got your own individual story, your own video, your own movie that's playing over here or whatever. That's not your story. So and my suggestion to you, to anybody, I can only tell you, hey Miss Kim, I can only tell you how I began to get over that. And it was as simple as God help me. I told you I don't have all of those extravagant prayers and everything. Is just like, cause sometimes in the moment I'm just be like, child, I don't even know what to say. I don't got it like all those other people. They be speaking all in tongues and all that stuff there. No, I don't got all of that. I'm just real simple. Lord, you're going to have to help me with this one right here. Because sometimes I be in the moment, I'll be ready to say some things that be way off. Hey, Selena, how you doing? I'll be ready to say some things and get off the wall. And in the moment, I have to stop and be like, God, you're going to have to help me with this one right here because I'm about ready to do something. I'm about ready to do something that I know I'm going to get in trouble for, but I'm willing to take the punishment this time right here. So, and Selena, you already know. Let me tell you something. I was over there the other night when you was having what you was sit with Selena. And I started to hit that pedal, but I was like, "Oh, wait a minute! Let me not hit the pedal with Selena, because Selena is on one, and I am too." So I was like, "This gonna be the wrong night that we gonna be amping each other." So I was like, "Let me just sit in this chat and laugh," because I was like, "Wait a minute, Selena sound a little different tonight, right? Wait a minute now." I was like, let me listen for a little bit longer. I was like, oh no, I can't hit this panel right here because let me tell you something. Some stuff was happening over here. So I was just like, oh no. And I ain't and I ain't even need to sip no champagne, no nothing at all. Oh, nothing at all. I was already on. So I was like, oh no, let me not hit Selena's panel tonight. I'm just gonna sit right here and I'm gonna be a good girl and I'm gonna listen. That's it, and that's all. Yeah, the real me is yeah, honey. When I seen that, I was like, okay, then, yeah, Selena sound a little different over here. Somebody done touched the nerve at the wrong time. Get them, girl. Get them. But I know you get tired of people's stuff. So I'm just saying, whenever my prayers are just very, very simple. And I promise you, God hear my simple prayers just like he hears all of those ones that are speaking in tongues, they falling down on their knees and everything. And I can tell you a lot of my prayers done came from I was sitting on my butt. I was not actually on my knees, and I know God still heard me. Um, it's been times that I've been in the midst of and I've been slanging every cuss word it is in the book. I done said a whole bunch of them on here. Don't be surprised if you come through here and you don't hear me saying a couple of things sometimes, because sometimes I say what it is that I feel. Um, and the way that I feel it when I'm saying it. But because of the way my life moves and the things that's happening in my life, I know that he still hear me. Whether I'm on my knees or I'm sitting on my butt, he say, whatever, whatever you do, in all things that you do, he ain't say be selective. He didn't say be selective about the things that you do. He said everything that you do, include him in it. Honey, I used to take him to the club with me. I'm gonna take him to the club with me, and I can't even tell you how many times. Well, I done told y'all a couple of times. I can tell y'all at least 3 times I done been to the club, and I done took him to the club with me. And when I took him to the club with me, he done told me, hey, it's time for you to go. And I can tell you all of those times that he done said it's time for you to go. And I was the designated driver. So guess what? The people that came along with me, and I was driving a van, honey. And we had a van load. We went to the club by the van load. Every time that I told those people, hey, if you ride with me, I'm getting ready to go. Cause something about the energy in this place done changed. It's time to go. Dang, hey, I don't got no time to be arguing. I'm headed out to the car, and those who going, you better get on out there because I'm finna leave. 3 times that I can tell you. And all 3 times we ain't never made it all the way back home or to our next destination before we already know. Some shots done been fired and somebody didn't make it. All 3 times. So I'm saying to you, it don't matter what you're doing. Take them along with you. He ain't say be selective now. He saying all that you do, include him in it. So I include him in it, and it ain't got to be no long drawn out thing. Lord, I need your help. Help me. Help me. Yes, goodness. Let me tell y'all something. Another fun. This one thing that I did see. Because sometimes your kids be getting on your nerve, and like you ain't got, so you got to hit them in that spot that, you know, throat checking without hitting them in the throat. So for a minute, I'm telling my daughter these things over and over again. She already know what it is that she's supposed to do, but so I know what she loves. So I'm trying to think of what it was. Is it a PS4 or whatever? Hell, I don't even know. It's one of them. You know them things, they cost a whole lot of money or whatever. But anyways, after I done said it over and over again, then I keep asking, did you do this and did you do that? Yeah, I did it. Yeah, I did it. Then I go in and I see you ain't did it, no nothing. So I told her, I said, you're going to keep on playing with me. And I said, you're going to get a response that you ain't going to want. So I'm like, okay, keep on playing. So I went on there this last particular time. Hey, you did what you were supposed to do? Yeah, I did it. Yeah, I did. And only for me to go and see. It ain't been done. Honey, I went in there and I unhooked whatever strings that was attached to that PS4 or whatever you call that thing. You know, it was black and real flat like that right there. Maybe y'all know better than I, because I don't really care about no video games or no nothing like that. You give me some Pac-Man or the old Atari or something like that back in my time, whatever. I might, if it was a Nintendo or whatever. Could be something like that. Okay. So I go in there and I start pulling everything that was attached to the TV from that thing from out of the box. And I walked out to my gate. Y'all done seen my little country gate or whatever. Walked right to the gate and I took that PS4 like a flying saucer and I threw that thing right on across the fence and it just hit the ground and it slid. When I came back in the house, my daughter was crying like, oh, she was like it took her life away. Honey, I walked in there And I was hot as a firecracker my own self because I'm tired of telling you the same thing over and over again. I'm not playing with you. I'm not playing with you. Um and it broke my heart to see her because she's not a person that cries, but to see her just sitting to the counter and she was just so sad and tears was falling out her eyes. Like, she's not a crier. She'll talk when something is bothering her or whatever, but to see her sitting there crying, it broke my heart. Now then it started to come out. Oh, it had her. It had the little what you call, see, I don't know nothing about all this little stuff, but it got the little a memory card. It had a memory card in it and stuff. So then I started to think about it, and I'm like, oh my gosh, it got a memory card in it. It got stuff saved on it. If somebody come and pick that thing up off the side of the road or whatever. So then I started get on the inside. My stomach started to get tore up, and I'm like, whew, I was like, okay, God, I say, I don't regret what I did, but now I regret what I did because there's information in that thing. I called it a computer at the time. I said it was information in that computer. So now I'm sitting here and I'm still talking to God and I'm like, yeah, God, you're gonna have to help me with this one right here. And I said, if you know it's meant for me to have peace behind this and I did the right thing, then you're gonna have to help me. And I was like, I don't know no other way. So the next thing I know, I started like getting a peace about it, right? But then it would show up the next couple of days. Will you remember you throw that PS4 across the fence? And it kept replaying in my mind over and over again how I throw that PS4 across the fence. Okay, God, you're gonna have to help me. You're gonna have to help me. So one day I was just like, I'm so tired of thinking about this thing or whatever. And something in the back of my mind said, child, that PS, and then when I thought about it, I went outside to go and look on the ground to see if the PS4 was there, and it had disappeared off the ground. And I was like, oh Lord, somebody done got the PS4. Somebody done got it. Oh my God. And this girl got this memory card in there and everything. I don't know what all be on those things, whatever, right? So, but something on the inside of me was telling me my husband went out there behind me and he got that PS4. So I was just, once I seen it going off the ground, but I'm telling you, it hit me that he went out there and got it, but I didn't have proof that he had got it. I went in, so at this point, it's gone. I can't stress out about it or know nothing. So now I'm asking God, destroy whatever is on there that, any information that somebody can get or whatever. And I have to relinquish it because there is nothing else that I can do about it. It's already done. It's gone. So then, about 3-4 days later, I go and I'm moving around and I'm in spaces that I don't never really go in or whatever. And guess what I see? I see the PS4. I see the PS4. And just what my discernment had told me, that my husband went out there behind me and he picked the PS4 up off of the floor and he went and put it away. Now, I ain't saying to y'all that I ain't bang it up and it ain't tore up because I don't know. It could be not, but I guarantee you I threw it across that fence. And at the moment, and still at this moment, I don't care if I tore it up or not because I said what I said and I meant what I said. And if I don't be bothering you like that and I give you specific things to do, make sure you do what it is that I asked you to do. And then you can have your free time and play your PS4, but you ain't gonna lie to me in front of my face and then be sitting down playing the PS4. And you steady lying to me. not 3 times in a row. 3 strikes and you out. So, but I'm just saying to you, I went through another, that's another thing that I took God with me. Well, I'm gonna give you one more story. I was hesitant about this one right here. Y'all know when you talk about you smoke the trees, okay? The green or whatever, right? Still throughout that, I still had discernment. God still talked to me and everything. And I just asked him, I say, Lord, when it's time for me to let this go, take it away. So I kept going and kept going and kept going. And I can tell you, it just came this one day. And I'm going to tell you, it's about 5 months. It's been about 4 or 5 months. It's been 5 months now. It's just 5 months ago. I just walked in. It was just like, I don't even want to do it no more. I don't even want to do it anymore. And I haven't looked back since. And I never thought that letting it go, I would still be able to smile. I would still be able to laugh. And it was almost as if that thing had gave me another identity. And when I think about it, I actually started doing it to, like, in some strange way, to like connect more with my husband. And I could tell you, it sure helped me calm down when it came to speaking what I actually wanted to speak to him. It slowed me down to be able to think about what I wanted to say and say the things that I needed to say. And even though those things didn't turn out like, he didn't really want to hear them, I felt okay. I felt calm enough, not anxious, that I didn't want to say what I needed to say to him. So during the time that it was happening, it helped me slow down and to be able to say the things that I needed to say when I needed to say them. And be able to move right along. But when it was time for it to be done and over with, it was done and over with. And I'm very thankful for it. But again, I told y'all all of these stories just so that whatever journey you going along in your life, whether you look at it as good, bad, or ugly, take him with you. Listen, Miss Kim, I literally ran into somebody on a train, and I told you the story is on here. I met this person on a train. I'm this way with cigarettes, even when I'm triggered. I really don't want it. I ran into somebody on a train, and I told y'all I was about to have an anxiety attack even getting on this train. And when I got on the train, I ran into somebody who just, it was like she was a fly on my wall and she knew everything about me. And I never would have figured in a million years, with the way she spoke to me, that she would ever tell me that she smoked cigarettes or any of that stuff. And she say, at the end, before she was getting ready to get off the train, she say, do you know I almost missed this train trying to run to the store for a pack of cigarettes? And she said, but I've been asking God to take it from me. And I said, you know what? He gonna do just that. He gonna take it away from you. There is nothing special that you need to do. All you have to know is that you asked him and you believe that he gonna do it. I said, now watch, you gonna turn around one of these days and it just ain't gonna even be in you to go on and do it. I done seen it happen to too many people. All you got to do is want it and ask for what it is that you want. And even sometimes, I'm saying this to y'all, I don't even believe it for myself. But they say, ask and you shall receive. Not on your timing, but in his timing. You ask about it, I'm telling you, it's going to happen. Not by your might, but by his might. We all be thinking, let me just do this my own self. But there is a time where it's like you have faith in it, but there's some work you got to do behind it because you got to know. You got to put the work in and know, I'm going to try it. But even if it don't work and you go back to it, God, I need your help with this. I can't do this by myself. And that's all you got to do. Just keep on. Just stay along with that hope. It's going to work out. It's going to work out. I ain't come on here to preach to nobody, but look at here. It's a whole bunch of people that, as people done came through and know they done heard this stuff before and stuff be happening. I'm happy I stopped on this live confirmation. I'm glad you stopped through too, Miss Kim. I'm only the messenger. I'm telling you, when I come on here, I have no clue what I'm gonna talk about when I come on here. I just come on and hit the live button, and I'll be hoping somebody gonna say something in the chat that's gonna trigger off a conversation or whatever. And it always do. It always do. I don't need nobody to say to me that I gave any comfort. It's nice to hear that somebody got confirmation or something, but it's like I feel like, and not even toot my own horn, not at all. I just feel like if I just come and I'm willing to open up my mouth, whenever I open my mouth and just let it flow, and I don't have no clue what I'm talking about, it happens every single time. Every time. But I just came on to give somebody some encouragement to take him with you. Everywhere you go, I don't care what it is that you're doing. Don't let nobody trick you out of that right there. You going to have drinks with your girls. Lord, cover me while I'm going to have drinks with my girl. He ain't never say you can't have no drink. He say don't indulge in it. So there you go. If you going over to hang out with your boyfriend, Lord, if he ain't for me, move him out of my life. Don't get in the middle of the relationship and then start praying those. And I don't even want to say a boyfriend. It can be boyfriend or girlfriend. Whoever it is that you with, when you first meet them or whatever, put the prayer on top of it. Lord, if they ain't for me, move them out of my life. But guess what's on the other side of that? Because it sounds like you're praying somebody away. You're not praying them away because you said, Lord, if they're not for me, then move them out of my life. But guess what? If it's on the other side of it, then they ain't going nowhere. They ain't going nowhere. So, whatever it is that you're doing, take them along with you. Don't leave them out of it. I don't care what those people say. Yeah, you praying for the Lord to do this right here, the Lord do that. Take them with you. Take him with you. I told you I done took him to the club. I done took him everywhere. I done took him everywhere with me. It's been times I done seen my person that done assaulted me step off the ambulance that I called for my friend that's down on the ground, leaving this earth. Leaving. I'm covered. I'm covered in her blood. And never in a million years did I imagine when those doors on that ambulance bust open that it was going to be somebody who molested me. And in that moment, especially the moment that I'm standing in, who knew that everything can be silent? All of the noise that's going on in the background and everything Nothing but quiet. And at this point, I was walking her towards where the ambulance is backing in. And we at a club. We at the club. I done told y'all this story. It's all at the Greenleaf Bar. It's on my it's up under my stories. I'm walking her. I'm at the club. And I took him to the club with me. And this is one of the times, and I guess I was just supposed to be there. I'm walking her towards the ambulance, and those doors swing open, and he's stepping out of the back of the ambulance. And everything go quiet. So much so, I can't even focus that my friend is no longer on her feet. She down on the ground. She out. And it's just like everything quiet. And I'm just stuck. And I'm telling you, this guy named Tony came up and tapped me on the shoulder. And he said, "You okay? Are you hurt anywhere?" And that's how I snapped out of it. And when I snapped out of it, they was loading her up into the ambulance. Take him with you everywhere you go. Don't let nobody trick you out of it. And it don't gotta be nothing heavy. Just tell him. Just like you will ask your friend, "Hey, you want to go to the store with me?" Walk with me, Lord. Come on and walk with me. All right. We went to the church today. But you all, I just came on here to give y'all a little encouragement. You are you. You are an individual, and you're responsible for you. And take God with you everywhere you go. Everywhere you go. Anybody got any questions or anything that you want to ask me about or anything? Because y'all all know I'm getting ready to give my little speech about growing things or whatever, because that's another one of the things that I absolutely love is encouraging people to grow. Absolutely. Hold my hand, Lord. Come on and hold my hand. All right, don't get me to singing these old hymns, old hymns up in here. But this is the part where I get to that I encourage people to grow. I love growing stuff. One of my favorite things to do is go over to the, fresh vegetable section in the good old grocery store and figuring out anything that I can grow over there in that section. Because listen, you already done paid for it. And most of the things you buy from out of the fresh vegetable section, you can't eat the seeds. So you might as well go ahead and plant it and see if you can grow something. I cannot even tell y'all how many things I done got from out of over in that area, and that I've actually grown those things, and I got them out of my yard right now. Strawberries, apple trees, orange trees, pineapples, pomegranates, just to name a few of them. Lettuce, cabbage. I actually have 2 cabbages I'm sitting here, and they got roots on them. And so tomorrow I think I'm actually going to go out and plant them. But all of those things, you already pay for them from the store. If you're interested in doing any of that stuff, or you go and buy some out of the fresh vegetable section or whatever, just ask me, "Hey, Shauna, what can I do with this right here?" And I'm so excited and elated to be able to tell you about how you can do those things. And if you don't want to do that right now, I know you got some lima beans or some black eyed peas or something. I know y'all got black eyed peas because y'all know folks love to cook black eyed peas for the New Year's. Take about 20 of them black-eyed peas because it ain't gonna knock your pot down a whole lot. Of you take 20 of them and throw them out there in the yard with some dirt and watch those beans start to grow up and make you them 20 beans you throw down on the ground can make you another bag of black-eyed peas that you ain't even got to pay for. You paid for them and then you grew some your own self. I'm telling you about it now. I have my pineapple. I'm looking forward to replanting it. All righty then. Yes, goodness. Shantamette, happy holidays, peace and blessings. Thank you for coming through. I planted the pineapple, no progress. I did grow a tomato and a cucumber this summer. Okay, TT. Listen, you got to get a pineapple sometime. Plant it in the ground and just let it be there. And every time you go and buy a pineapple, plant it next to that pineapple, close in proximity, and just let it do its thing. I'm telling you, ain't nothing like the surprise of when you go to walk up to the pineapple and you walking past it one of these days and you ain't expecting anything. You just got to put it there and forget about it. One day you be walking past it and you happen to look over there and you maybe go over there and throw a little bit of water on it or something. And you be like, what is that? What is that? Child, be this little red, little pokey thing that be growing there in the middle. And then you go and look it up. And the next thing you know, that red center coming up out of there means, honey, you about to get a pineapple. So just keep planting it there and do it as if I'm just planting them to make some foliage, or this area is going to be pretty, because it kind of favors like a aloe plant or something as it grow. Just let it be there and let it grow. And just think, I got me some pretty greenage sitting right here. That's what I have. And just let it stay there. And before you know it, you're going to have you a pineapple growing. So there you go. And see, she named some more stuff. You cut a tomato up for your salad or something. Stop raking the seeds in the garbage or in the garbage disposal. Go out there and flake them on the ground. I didn't tell you to do nothing else with it. Just go out there and flake it on the ground. Let the tomato do what it's going to do. Just put it in an area where you ain't going to walk through it in some dirt or whatever. You be walking past that one day and before you know it, you have a tomato plant that gives you 12 more tomatoes or more. Grow your own stuff. Y'all don't have no idea of what these people doing to our food and stuff. And if you ain't growing your own food, then you have to depend on everything that they, that they giving to you in the store. I told this story the other day. If you don't believe me, go and look for your own self. It was a guy that was just decide that he want to play some games, and he had bought a can of bug spray in the store, and he went and sprayed all of the stuff in one of the Walmarts with all hot shot bug spray, and he recorded himself doing it. So how many people went and bought that stuff before they realized what he had done? And how do you know you're not one of those people that went and picked up something that he sprayed hot shot on? But grow your own food. My ficus tree doesn't look good. I'm gonna repot it. What is a ficus? I don't even know. I don't know what that is. I like the plants better than fruit. I need to get an aloe plant. Oh, I got a lot of aloe plant around. Tomatoes are expensive. Yes, they are. Yes. So so you saw hey Marvin, how you doing? Thank you for joining. Yeah, well, I'm telling y'all. Hey Laverne, okay then. Yeah, you be coming through on a different page. Hey, let them know this Laverne. But yes, if you don't know and you haven't seen the video, go and look it up your own self. People, you just don't even know the things that people be around doing to the food and stuff like that. can't be trusted. So I always love to end my videos with encouraging somebody to, go and grow something. I said that I may show y'all the garden today and how beautiful everything is coming up and getting so big and everything. Um Today, but I ended up doing a whole bunch of other stuff. So sometime coming soon, we gonna go out in the garden and I'm gonna take y'all along with me so y'all can see how everything else is looking out there. But I always grow something and I always attach what's happening in my life to what's going on in my garden. So when there's a problem in my garden, it always match up and show me. And you don't even know what it's like to go out there and lay your hand in that soil because it's something about just laying your hands in that soil, playing around in that soil, getting your nails dirty and everything. I even think it helped my nails grow because I usually don't have no my nails usually don't grow very well and everything, but it's something about that the earth out there. Go, get into it. And those of you who thinking that it's a lot of work to go out there and make your garden be whatever it is that you want it to be. Um, it's not a lot of work. I'm telling you, once you see that one thing come up, don't make it stressful for you. Let that one thing come up and get excited about that one thing that comes up and just take care of that. And after a while, you're going to want more and more and more. And before you know it, you will be going to work and you on your way home from work and all you thinking about is, I'm so ready to go out and get in my garden because there is another level of peace that's in your garden. And the only way you going to know about it is not by believing me, but you got to try it. But anyways, y'all, this has been Life with Tashana. I appreciate y'all for coming over here, spending your time with me because you could have been anywhere but over here, but you decided to spend your time with me over here where life is like a box of chocolate. You never know what you're going to get. You never know what you're going to get because life be life and sometimes. But anyways, what I'm gonna say now. And over here we call the high class gardeners. And what that just means is we grow food, but we don't play around with no bugs, no snakes, and no worms. We don't play around with none of those things right there. And we also associate those things with people because we all know we can find people that resemble some of those things, snakes, bugs, and worms. So we don't mess with none of those things right now. We give them to God. That's what we do over here. So but anyways, I really appreciate y'all for coming through and spending your time with me. Y'all have oh yeah, and frogs too. We don't mess no y'all girl, I ran into a big old frog. See, Shalissa, you got me talking more. It was a frog that was like this big sitting on my wheelbarrow today. I let him have it. He can push it all over the yard if he wants to. I don't need it. You can have it. Mm-mm. Scared the mess out of me. I walked right up on it. I said, oh. And y'all know that S word came out. I don't feel comfortable with saying the word right now. But cause the Lord done been all up in here. But yeah, he scared me when I walked up on him. So but yeah, we don't play with no frogs either. So that right there, I said, oh, we ain't going in the garden today. When I see any of that stuff right there, we don't play around with none of that. But anyways, y'all, I hope y'all have an amazing night. And I'm going to go and watch. These were the movies that was given to us. The Fire Inside. Wait a minute. Whoever gave me The Fire Inside didn't tell me what that was on. What that was on. Is it on Hulu, Netflix, or what it's on? But I'll type it in and look it up and Carry On. And the movie that I gave tonight was It Ends with Us, and that's on Netflix. Okay, then TT. I'm a that's what I'm gonna go and look that up tonight. So I got two movies that I can look at on Netflix that was suggested tonight. And then I guess tomorrow I'll tell y'all how I felt about those movies. And then y'all can tell me about how y'all felt about It Ends with Us. All right, y'all. Good night. Y'all have an amazing night. See y'all next time.